On today's episode of WatchJRGo, welcome back to the abandoned mini resort, day 9, I think. I feel like we're exactly 9 days into working on this thing. And we made some progress yesterday, but none of that progress looked like anything happened. Today, hopefully we can hook it all up and kind of start tying things together. What is going on, guys? I am WatchJRGo, and today we had to wake up early, head to Lowe's, and we just got the truck loaded up with another 32x4s, some 2-inch PVC to make our connection to our panel, some new windows to replace the ones that are coming out, and now all the windows are going to be the lattice style because we have a bunch more lattice style windows in the back of my truck. So every single window for the house is here. The game plan is to have all new windows in before the end of the weekend there. And I already brought in another bag of electrical. Let's get to working. So I know it's a little bit dark in here, but I hit this knockout last night. The game plan now is to get some PVC into the panel. I'm gonna take the laser level, shoot a line straight down because it's just the easiest way to shoot a line down. Punch a hole in the floor. My hole saw's right there. And let's start putting this together. I'd like to dry fit everything under the house before we glue it together. It's kind of a one-shot thing. We can't just go buy more supplies easily. We're too far away from all the stores. I mean, it took 2 hours. It's an hour to get to Lowe's, 30 minutes there, an hour back, almost 3 hours just to go buy some supplies. So we tried to get everything this time, and hopefully we're really close. Oh, and all these rooms will be framed in today. We got a piece of 1/2-inch CDX right here. I needed plywood on this. You saw it last night. That's where my PEX manifold's gonna go, and the manifold is ordered, but unfortunately it's back in Wichita, and I won't have the manifold until next week. Otherwise, I'd have all the plumbing switched over this weekend. All that PEX B that's in this house would already be cut out. Does that look centered in the hole to you guys? It looks centered in the hole to me. It's right on the knockout tab there, so we'll come straight down from there and punch a hole in the floor. I've got a Milwaukee hole saw that I was using yesterday. This hole saw is junk. It is not a Milwaukee hole dozer. I don't think it even has offset teeth. Not good, I'll tell you that much. There's our threaded adapter, our lock nut, bushing. We are ready to head under the house and shove up a piece of 2-inch pipe now that we've got everything sorted out. Well, you guys just saw all the framing in the time lapse there. We've got a bathroom. Eric's putting in the little toilet mini wall, stub wall that kind of keeps you from being in the bathroom. You know, it separates it just a bit. The utility room is basically ready to rock and roll. Panels mounted. He's shooting a little extra 2x4 into the ceiling there to support that secondary wall. That was legit, dude. I mean,
I want to quit today.
Where'd it go? I got the other one. There's a deer right there. You guys see it? Way out in the trees. All right, you probably can't see it. I came down here, grabbed the hammer, and I figured I'd give you guys an update down below here. We got basically all the trash out of here, which is good because we have a lot of work to do under here today. We'll get back to the mini resort in just a minute, but first I need to take a second to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Fishing Clash. You ever want to go fishing and you realize you don't have a fishing pole or anything else, just a place to sit out on the water? Well, maybe you don't need a fishing pole. You could just pull out your phone and play Fishing Clash wherever you're at. You could travel to exotic locations all over the world, catch different fish that you'd never find where you're sitting. Fishing Clash is a mobile game for iOS and Android with some of the most realistic graphics you have ever seen. You can fish from shore, you can fish from a boat, you can upgrade your rods and lures to compete with other fishers from around the world. You can upgrade your skills for even more advanced fishing or take part in weekly competitions and events. You can create your own clan, play with your friends and family, and compete with other players. Download the game by using my link in the description box or scan the QR code you see on screen and use my special gift code, JRGO, to get a $20 value reward for free. With my gift code, you'll get a unique avatar, 1 mythical lure card, 50 luck power-ups, and 30 weight power power-ups to help you catch bigger and bigger fish. Huge thank you to Fishing Clash for sponsoring today's video and being a continued supporter of automotive creators like me. Now, back to the abandoned mini resort. The time has come to get some of this old panel out of here. I don't know what this is. What was that? That's not a ground rod or just a piece of broken aluminum.
Oh, that was the old satellite.
I pulled that coax out yesterday. I pulled all the coax out of this house. This stuff it's kind of horrific. Oh, everything about this is horrific. You can see they opened their LB up that goes into the basement here, and then they shove more wire in it from outside of the pipe because apparently they couldn't pull it through the pipe. I don't know what they were doing. And then I'm gonna reach down here, yank this LB out. Look at this, it's not even mounted on the side of the house. It's just a bunch of junk we got right here. There's nothing holding this pipe in, it's just stabbed into the bottom. Look at that, there's no ring, it's just a pipe shoved in a box. Ridiculous. And this LB is gonna come off the side of the house. It's not mounted either. And then I'm just gonna use my big cable cutters and cut every single wire at once. And we should have this thing nice and clean. I basically disconnected everything a long time ago because most of these wires ran out to that porch outside. Oh, why don't you just take the breakers out? I guess I could. You guys are pretty smart. I can hear you right now. I can hear you. I got my cable cutters in here, got all that old Romex cut out, so now we can finally throw away this insanity that was never up to any code. All right, look at that. The old entry into the house is done. So unfortunately, we have rotten siding. That one's actually pretty solid, but obviously the hole needs to go away. So now we're gonna take our wrecking bar, pop 2 pieces of that off, close this back up, leave that nice and live, and a little chalky. You know, in the code, it calls for these to be anti-chalking. Why are they all chalking? I don't understand. Anyway, we're gonna knock this siding off real quick, put 2 new pieces on. Guys, the fun never ends. I wanted to, obviously I had to punch a new hole for our 3-inch LB to go into the house. And I pulled off 3 pieces of siding because they were a little bit rotten. They're way too close to the ground. And guess what we found? Well, these boards are actually okay. The show board here, not the floor truss, was completely chewed up by termites. So now here we are replacing another 2x6 and then re-siding the house. Oh yeah, you got that. Those are some monstrous old nails. Well, we're gonna get this board swapped out, then get it re-sided, then drill a hole, then get our electrical in. A couple minutes later, new 2x6 in there to support the thing, all screwed in, new siding in, new corners on the way. She looks better. Now all we gotta do is drill a big old hole through what we just did and mess it all back up. Well, here you go, guys. If you don't have $700 in Milwaukee hole saws, because you need them in every 8th variation, this takes about 1 hour. So we finally got a hole carved out. I'm gonna vacuum that out, clean it up a little bit, but we had to go through our new siding, and we had to go through the new 2x6, we had to go through another 2x6, and we finally made it in the house. So now I can go under the house, shove a piece of pipe in there, we'll get it all glued up out here, shove all this together at once, which is gonna be tricky. That gray glue sets so fast. Then we can finish all the other piping underneath the house. It's taken quite a few hours. Well, it doesn't look like we got that much done, but we did a lot. You can't even see Eric behind me putting up the Sawzall there. We're basically dead, but of course, just today, you saw all the rooms got framed up. I do wish these videos could be longer. There's a lot of comments asking for them to be longer every single day, but unfortunately, you get to see every day of our progress here. There's no like multiple days stacked up. I just kind of post the video on the daily, but we have the first set of the elbows connected under the house. We're ready to finish up the pipe. I thought it would all be done, but it took forever once we had to re-side the house and dig a little bit more trench. That's just how things happen. A lot of stuff had to happen just to get to this point. But now, today, we're gonna clean up, grab these lights. Lights coming from every direction here.
Grab the key out of it.
Yep, grabbing the key out of the Bobcat. And we are calling it. All the new windows we got to keep framing tomorrow, window framing tomorrow. Anyway, we'll keep rocking. Huge thank you to Fishing Clash for sponsoring today's episode, and don't forget to hit the link in the description below to download Fishing Clash today. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching the Abandoned Mini Resort series. Don't forget to head on over to shop WatchJRGo.com for cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. All we really need to do to finish this day up is shower. Shower. It might look worse, but I guarantee you guys it's a lot better.